Few matchups in the history of college football have had games, and more specifically, endings etched into the memory banks, etched into the lore of the sport, more than the Iron Bowl. From the kick six to the grave digger, you just hear those words. Emotions, frustrations, stirred up that last a whole year. And in a rivalry game like this one, we can only hope for another classic like those, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Will kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To the air, it's Russell. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
Shoots it to the left. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oh, and you'd love to have that play back if you're that defender. 3rd down, and you almost pick that off. That's a catch you need to make. If he catches that, that might be pick 6.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Pulls it in, the first down and more. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Slithers into space. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of a shot toward the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The run from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quarterback may change this route. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Kane. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on third down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
Looking downfield on first down. Got him downfield. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Auburn. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Russell. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Hit as he throws. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs closer.
Turning it on.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Kane. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Line is set on 3rd down. They want to throw it. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Fakes to grab. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Extending the play. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It's incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field now. Alabama facing 4th down as we open play here in the 2nd quarter. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Tiger. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Makes the catch. It's Bernard. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. To the air, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Off the RPO, complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Tigers want to move quickly. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Keep it on the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Hampton. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Finds a soft spot in the middle. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab. It's Williams. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll send the back in motion. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. Alabama pushing the tempo. Rushes on him. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. There he goes. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Floating away. He'll pull it down. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a
touchdown, Alabama! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him. Huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Offense gets set for second down. Motion from the back. Got room to work. It's a running room. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Running to Green. It's a seam wide open. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field.
Turning on the Jets.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They're working that left side, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, and if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 24, probably looking for a little more on that return, and that's where his offense will go to work. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Back to throw, it's Russell. Got a man, it's Williams. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Moving away from pressure. Look out, he's got room. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, and you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone, the offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. And made sure that one fell incomplete.
He might want another play. Gets the back moving. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's got him this time. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
To the air on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. On the option. Bulldozes his way through. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
Once somebody gets going, it's really hard not to focus on it. That running back's got this thing going. He's had a lot of success on the day. All eyes on him. What does the QB do? Uses that to his advantage. Nice job running the option, making the read, and getting a nice gain.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Just going to keep it after the snap. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Miller with the ball. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Simmons. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll open the second half with a run. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Might be changing the route. They'll try the outside to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab. It's Robinson. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Dropping back, it's Russell. Gets it out quickly. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. The throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Horton. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
Man, he almost throws another one. And I tell you what, it's just been one of those days. Sometimes it's not your day, and just turning the ball over like they're a nonprofit, man, just giving it away. This offense has been reckless. It's been careless. They've got to do a better job of being smart with the football.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Pocket breaking down. Just threw that one way too far.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown tie! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Simmons. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Coleman. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They'll run for it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Here comes that Alabama offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
To the air, it's Russell. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Robinson. Fights off a defender. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. He'll pull it down and run. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Singleton. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
Do you see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative? I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. got it in the middle. It's Howard. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Dropping back, it's Russell. The short hands, it's Horton. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. The quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the right. He's got it. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, and that's really, really good coverage. Defense had him blanketed, but this is a time in the game, Jesse, you're down. Offense, you got to make some plays. You probably got to start trusting some guys.
Yeah, because you know the coverage is going to be really, really tight. So nice job there by the target with strong hands through the catch, making a play for his QB.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the right. It's complete. What a throw. Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Tigers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Threads it inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! Auburn extends its lead as the Tigers are turning back the tide.
And I give credit to Auburn, too. It seems like every year when these two teams play, it doesn't really matter what Auburn has done leading into this game. They are able, time and time again, to play their best when they play against the Tide. They're doing it again here in the second half.
And I hate the cliche, throw the records out, but it does matter in this game. Why? Both these schools in the same state. They hate each other. The fans hate each other. Got recruited by the same schools. There is nothing about these two teams that like each other.
Coming out with it, it's Hampton. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Back to throw, it's Russell. Pulls it in, it's Miller. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Caught near the sticks, it's Miller. The Tide will get the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. The throw to the outside is complete. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Back to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown, Alabama! He got a step and just dusted the field.
All right, big touchdown makes it a 9-point game. You got to kick the extra point right now, and then you've got to find a way somehow, some way to get the football back. You're going to have to score again and go for two. A lot has to go right, but at least you get that touchdown to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcats. Since 1893, this game has meant more to the fans in the state of Alabama than any other sporting event, and the toilet paper will fly at Toomer's Corner. The Eagles will fly, and it is an orange and blue game as Auburn takes down the Tide in the Iron Bowl. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.